Thokozani, grand greetings and abundant blessings to us all. I go by Baba Lex. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel for the third time. While I allow this to just recalibrate, refixate, or whatever it's got to do. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I go by Baba Lex, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is a beautiful live on this beautiful Sunday. The date is the 17th. Wait, the 18th. Huh? Yes, the 18th of May, Sunday, on this Gregorian calendar. And wow, I feel alive. Okay? I'm coming from outside now. The sun is available. Here in Mzansi, South Africa, Johannesburg, stand up. And, you know, we're in winter now. Okay, this is the season of Anpu, or Anubis, all right, in terms of African spirituality, the African calendar. So this is also my sign, my zodiacal sign, but in the Western astrology, Taurus, we're about to leave Taurus and move into Gemini, okay? But also, it's about to be the 25th of May, Africa Day. Africa Day, hashtag Africa Day, 25 May, as you can see. So this is the discussion today, which instead of me having a Sunday sermon and teach as per usual, right, I'm going to give a call to action. So this is a continental call to action. If you come in and you're on the African continent, especially, but if you're also part of the African diaspora, please share, like. Let's put in some comments over there. My moderator should come in any moment now, all the way from Hawaii. Togozo, we are grateful, we are thankful. And, you know, a few people should join. As you join, please, just please continue to share. And, you know, Mama Afrika is rising. Once again, for those of you who don't know who I am a holistic health coach. I'm a liquid alchemist sage, an initiated Zulu Sangoma, or shaman, some say medicine man, okay, or whatever the case may be, all right. I'm also a metaphysics teacher, keynote speaker, founder of the Conscious Men community. Also, my first book of teachings, The Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1 of 3. This is the prototype, so this isn't the actual copy, okay, so don't be like, hey, Baba Lex, you said it's gonna, relax, okay, Togas. So the pre-order link is in my bio, but this is this live here is not for this, although this will always tie in, because the law of attunement speaks to part of the solution as to, you know, a continental call to action. Right. I do have a few notes here, as per usual. You know, I'm a writer, so I'm going to allow some people to join. Let me greet some people. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hashtag, because we're continuing momentum. Yase 30 April. From the 30th of April, we galvanized, guys, within days, we galvanized together across the continent and diaspora. Also check my channel. There's some videos of at the US consulate. This is at Santon, number 1 Santon Drive, okay? We demonstrated, guys, we did it, all right? And see, that just shows, it's a testimony to whenever there's a real cause, and especially if it's for the children, our future, the women who are dying senselessly, okay? Especially La Mzansi in South Africa, it's bad. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Gender-based violence and child abuse, and that's bad, okay? So that is the real, what is it, epidemic. That's the real pandemic. Ain't no 2020. That was a plandemic. I told y'all. So here today we're going to discuss, but also I'm going to give us solutions, okay? Because this is the revolution evolution. I'm also going to get into why I stand the way I stand as an independent, sovereign God-man, natural man, from Mama Nature, from Mama Afrika, because she provides. The colonizer seeks to divide. Remember, colonizer is not only just a person, it's ideologies, it's how we think, it's how we talk to each other. have you ever read Sun Tzu, The Art of War? It's Tactic 101, hello. You don't go in there guns blazing because we more than them. Sibaya, there's a lot of us. Hello, but if you hit them emoyeni in the spirit realm and then the mind realm, mentality, gone. Body easy. You eating amagwinya, you eating McDonald's, Burger Kings, yes. And you think you LT or you think you rich, money, ooh, bling bling, woo, bamboozled. All of us, okay? We all guilty of it because we all born into this sin. Born into sin is simply born into a sine wave. It's a function. This is not a physical, well, what you're touching here, yes, physical. But the nature of this reality is electromagnetic. So I don't want to talk over our heads, but just know that this realm depends on melanin. I speak about this, but also they've struck some of those videos off, apparently community guidelines, when I'm talking about melanin. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Anyway. But let me see who's in here. Shout out to the Lighthouse Portal. That is my moderator all the way from Hawaii. Thank you so much for all you do. And it's the equal opposite. So it's after 12 midnight, eh? Hey, are you hitting some tea there or some structured water? So guys, thank you so much. Right. Shout out to, see, I can't see from this angle. Hey. Shout out to Msabi. How you feeling? How you feeling? Please share, please likes. Hashtag also hands off Traoré. Hashtag hands off Burkina Faso. Hashtag hands off Africa. Because this discussion here is me, because I'm going to put this on a replay and you guys can snip it up, chop it up, whatever you do with this video, guys, please, okay? Because I'm going to explain what I feel each individual can do. You don't need to be part of a sect. You don't need to be part of a political party. You don't need to galvanize 1,000 million, 10 million, billion people. No. It's about your intention. But then, in terms of boots on the ground for myself, I'll let you know what my plan is. If you're in Johannesburg, if you're around the Randburg area, I'm going to look to around Randburg CBD. Just speakerphone, megalophone, and then some speakers, some keynote speakers, including myself, some spoken word, you know, some djembe drums, whatever, in terms of rhythm, right? In terms of, you know, the type of versations that are going to be happening amongst the youth. You know what I'm saying? Because the 25th is a Sunday. It's next week Sunday. Next strong Sunday. Because by the weekend, you're weakened. So next strong, I'm strong. I'm strongened. Strongened. We're changing our spells because our cells respond immediately. So this is also part of my teachings. So sometimes I might say things which you might be a bit confused by, but don't be confused. Just know that the intention is a higher power. Okay, we got some people coming in. All right, please share, guys. So guys, this is for hashtag Africa Day. Why is this thing disappearing? Hashtag Africa Day 25 May. Boom. Hashtag Africa Day 25 May. I know there's a lot of people. I spoke to a few of these other guys there on the corners there. Have no idea. Africa Day what? What's that? Do we have a day? Wow, we don't even know that there's Africa Day, some of us. Once again, also part of this Continental Call-To-Action, I'm going to let you know some of the tactics which you think are normal, but no. What you must do is cleanse. This is what I also had to do. I was also chewing McDonald's. I was also hitting the Burger Kings. I was also hitting chicken wire. Fried. Oh, bones. I used to. Shafula. Kip. Quickly. I used to. Gang. Okay. Let's see who's inside here. Hey, shout out Legend. Shout out Chongo. How you feeling? Shout out ASCM. How you feeling? Hey, I can feel the energy now. All right, guys. Please, this is hashtag Africa Day, 25 May. If you're an African, if you are part of the diaspora, some say Pan-African, Pan-Africanism. I say cut that spells off. That's part of the colonizer. Let's not create with already death. You see, English is beast. If you're trying to, you see, this is what I'm saying. Why Baba Lex is not involved in politics, because you cannot heal a system from within a system which is already broken or is breaking. You see, this system is collapsing day in, day out. It's busting at the seams. There's no more integrity. I mean, it's built off no integrity anyway. You see, for those of you, Amapilita, you know, when you're building the structure, it has to have integrity. How? Foundation. The foundations are very flimsy. This system is built off things which are what? I mean, some of y'all have degrees, you're at home sitting. Wow. The system told you you must get a degree and you'll be fine, right? That's what the system told us. Now, the system tells us do this and you'll be fine. You get there and it's like, you gunman, service delivery. 30 years later, we're still waiting for electricity. Wow. You see what I mean? And it's funny because it's happening, guys. All of us, all over the continent. And it's not us. It's those people we call leaders. Those aren't leaders. Those are... Let me throw away the key there. Meditation. You see? Oh, yeah, wow. See, these geezers just need to get off the stage, because this is why when someone said, Baba, like, so what's your take on 1994 apartheid, blah blah? I'm like, I have no take because I wasn't there. Okay, but I'm here now, so I can change now. I can't change there. Simple. You see? It's the mind space. We have to change our mental angles, the way we look at things and perceive things, because there's many solutions. It's just that our mentality is colonized. You're trying to find a solution where it's already bad. It's already off. Over there, it's bad. Wow. You know, you cannot fix a broken record already. See? Just catching up with these. So where are you guys tuning in from in South Africa? If you're tuning in from South Africa, if you're tuning in from the continent, let me see if I can swing these comments. This thing's very weird, huh? TikTok, behave. Alright, so I'm going to kick this off. There's enough people in here. If not, it's all good. But, you know, I just went on a little bit of a rant because, once again, in terms of Africa Day, myself, I've been campaigning boots on the ground, just, you know, in silence, consistently since 2020. Okay? I mean, 2017 was the first time I even knew there was such a thing as Africa Day. So that's when I got involved a little bit. But at that time, I went to a jazz festival. Yeah. Was it 20? Yeah, it was 27. Was it 16 or 17? Yeah, it was around 16, 17. And you see, funny enough, jazz, there was some reggae there. R&B. I feel like one of the Mazwais were there. Shout out to Nsiki Mazwai. Shout out Moya, the podcast. I'm going to be there one day soon. Cool. But, you see, no one knows Africa Day. And the reason why the colonizer, or what we're not taught about anything about us, especially if you look at the superheroes, there's no black superheroes or melanated superheroes. Everything that's melanated or dark in color is bad, or is associated with negativity. So automatic, a child, or in these settings, us also, black on black, I'm telling you, we just automatically have this thing in us of it. Either we are bowing down just by default around a white or a lighter skin. See? Also remember bleaching and shit. Crazy wild. People are still doing that. I used to straighten my hair with, I used to hit that relaxer shits. Oh, fuck. Burn my scalp. You know what that does to your pineal gland? Do you know what that does to our glands? Woo! You see, things are going to come out about also our black women, the products, ladies. Whoops. It's in the water, young blood. You see, they clone Tyrone. Listen, watch that thing again. Okay. Listen, if you haven't seen they clone Tyrone, go and watch that thing. Please. If you think Baba Lex is going crazy, go and watch that thing. And then do some tests. Okay? Run some controls there. And then also speak to the women around you about those who lose hair. They don't talk about the horror stories. I have a sister, but I have some clients who speak. Okay? And this is client confidentiality, so I'm not going to say names, but it's bad out there, man. Bosses, yeah. You think that they're wearing weave, but weave is also worst because that's plastics. Now, if you're looking at plastics, there's things such as phthalates. So if you can spell this, it's a P-L-L-A. Yeah, so the tricky way to spell it is it starts with a P. Phthalates. P-H-L. P-H, yeah. Very weird spelling. So these things, phthalates, also in your cotini, silicotine, these phthalates bleed into our blood, through our skin, through our hair. These microplastics, phthalates, even heavy metals. Wow, I don't want to get this flag, so let me not throw names, but there's heavy metals of all sorts, right? Also, it's in the water, young blood. Tap water. If you're hitting tap water clean without even boiling it at least twice, letting it cool down, boom. That's why you have gastric problems. Bubble guts. I'm telling you, I coach on this. Okay? But once again, these are the things which keeps us very mentally ill. See? If your mind, you got mental health, you've got cancer, you've got gout, you've got diabetes. It's all from your guts. It's what we eat. That's why I had to quit a lot of things. I had to say, let me turn my back on the colonizer. Because, you see, point number one is we have to decolonize spirit, mind, and body. Then structure your water. It's very easy, but number one at least, if you cannot do anything, boil. Boil, let it cool down. From there, if you want to add a little bit of extra, simple thing. Let me show you. You just go to Echekasi or Spa, wherever you're at, even on the continent, wherever you're at. Listen, boom. I'm not promoting this shit brand, but this, just this. See? See? Bicarb of soda. Right. Oh, there, the light decides to go on now. Ish. I think someone came in. Oh, it must be you. Is that you, Tendai? Yes, Tendai Nolene is in the building. Thank you, Queen. Oh, some gifts plus. Thank you. See? Sodium bicarbonate. That's all. Sodium bicarbonate. Bicarb of soda. All you do is per liter, depending on your guts. If you want to use it to sip or if you want to use it to flush, it depends on excuse me. It depends on what you would like to do. Add that to the water. But per liter, just tablespoon. Make sure it's well mixed. And then there's other things you can do, but it's higher level, okay, to structure your water further. But once again, there's things we can do now to start to heal and remove. Because you can think, oh, I want to meditate. Hey, feng shui meditation. Oh, I want to meditate. Oh, please. But you get there and you're hearing, you're thinking, oh, yesterday, blah, blah, blah. Oh, tomorrow, my bills. Oh, blah, blah. Oh, yesterday, so-and-so broke up with blah, blah, blah. You're thinking about Kardashians. Oh, no, Diddy. So, excuse me. This is for educational purposes only. Okay? So your mind is flying. You know why? Because parasites, little worms, but also they're different types. And also they're not just in your guts. Okay? I'm not here to scare you. I'm telling you what's happening now. You can keep dancing around the subject, or you can make a change for yourself. Because it's only you who's born with you, and you leave with you till death do you part. And also there's no such thing as death. Because we are souls in a body. We have the blessing of having melanin. This is why they keep us together, even if we're in poverty, right? Because it's the rhythm of our energy which gives life its. Okay? I speak about this in one of the lives, I'm not too sure which one, but go onto my YouTube channel. I know they're long, so you have to be in a position where you're ready to receive. Okay? So the reason why, have you not noticed, they started operation, especially here in South Africa. Let me talk about South Africa. They started removing or settling the black people, or us melanated beings, inside townships, settlements in the US or out there, projects. So these are boxes where not only can they control, but also they can start feeding you. On every corner of all of the shits is bullshit shop. There's a liquor store, there's a foreign store with fake foods and plastics and heavy metals and cheap, very cheap. Got it? Cool. And then there's also gambling. Not even gambling, there's something to do with nightlife, for sure. Ladies of the night, men of the evening, whatever the case. So sex, food, bullshit, sex, food, liquor, and entertainment, so that we stay distracted. Very easy to entertain us. We very easy. Give us that there music. I'm a piano showcase. Case. I'm a piano showcase. A case showcase. And then, but do you know what I mean? It's too easy. You see what I'm saying? Very easy. Because also us, we were hijacked by what? Language. We never used to speak. We used to use vibration. Telepathy is the first language. Okay? But also when language came through before it got... Because remember, at each juncture of each civilization or whatever, someone that looked like us had to say yes. Okay, let's go for that. Whether that was by force, okay, killings, lynchings, castrations, skinnings, heinous things in front of everybody, so that you traumatize mentally. You start to hit the DNA, because skip 3 generations, by the 4th, it's now a disease. So if here now, or in 1900, my grandfather was young, and or let's go a bit further, 1800s. My great grandfather started eating Burger King every day, got sedentary lifestyle. Then by the time he was 40, he started getting maybe gout, or then he started, diseases, cancers, whatever. But he was able to cure it. Or numb it with whatever they were giving. Cool. He didn't heal it. Now he has children, and those children continue. They also start to experience mental health issues. By the time it gets to me, as soon as I'm born, I'm dizzy. Like I'm not, my faculties are off. My DNA is half. You see? So what we doing, what you do today in your body, and then you procreate, we procreate, is the result of 3 generations down. So this is why I don't blame Mandela. I don't blame apartheid. I don't blame, because they had to cut the deal for there, and they did what they had to do for there. But I am here now. We are here now. Africa Day is the 25th of May. So it's up to you to choose what you do. You can't keep going back saying, hey, apartheid or whatever fucked us up. They keep fucking us up. That's on you, because you keep talking. We keep talking. We're good at talking. Talking is not our natural nature. Our natural nature is rhythm. Melanin governs circadian rhythm. Can you not see the link there? Okay, it goes deeper, but you are deeper. But you must first clean. We have to start to clean, decolonize our spirit, which is the religion. I said it. I said it. Is what's that guy's name again? What's that? Black blah blah. There was another guy the other day. It was a black blah blah. Anyway, we have to remove religion. I'm telling you, because it was taught by the ones who are destroying us. And it's not, you see, don't blame the ones here now, especially. That's dizzy. Because, like I'm saying to you, why I don't blame my parents, because they were also dizzy. So now when I'm healing, if they're not accepting my healing, then I separate myself. Anyone can get it. It's called boundaries. No jokes. See, but I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's, I know my assignment. I'm God-man in the flesh. Okay, I've made the choice, and the solutions are here. The solution is me. I am my own solution. See, you are your own solution. Bring solutions together, and we have a lot of solutions. See, it's in the soul. See, but we must clean the heartbreak as well. This is why the green is up here. Heart chakra. You see? When we clean up, who's this? Who wants to come in? Who's disturbing Baba Alexa's flow here? I'm joking. Okay, so Africa Day 25 May. So once again, the decolonization of the spirit is religion. Because once again, let me just tap into this quickly, is shout out Sadela, I see you in the room. Hey, Alakai, self-mastery, yes, self-mastery, CELLPH. Yes, and Sadela, boom, potential hydrogen. What is the first element on the periodic table of elements? Hydrogen, right? So what does the sun pulse out when it's now becoming spring? Hydrogen. But even now, it's on another level. So we must assimilate those, whatever that's made up of. We must match that. If you want to survive this shift, because you will feel like headaches, you will feel nausea. You see, especially those of a lesser melanin nature, they're going to start seeing a lot of bears. Especially if you don't clean up. You have to atone. This is the repentance. This is the second coming. The Son. Jesus Christ, risen Son. It's the symbolism. It's the sun. That's the risen sun. But the sun doesn't set. Doesn't rise either. We're not on a ball. See, you have to recalibrate what you think you know. Throw it out. Throw it out. Everything the colonizer taught you, throw it out. Because myself, most of my wisdom now comes from the sun. Today, I haven't yet broken a fast. I haven't eaten anything solid. when I do, it will be something that I fermented. They call it sauerkraut, fermented cabbage, the purple one, pink one, right? Woo, woo, woo. But that'll be a bit later, if I feel like it, you see? But we also train, and we use a lot of minerals, and we drink teas, see? And then we structure our water. This is more than enough to heal you. This heal you and build you. But first, see? Oh, who's this? Stop inviting me, guys. If you want to come in and say something, state your case, and then for Africa Day, I'll let you know what I'll be doing in Randburg, CBD, around there in Johannesburg, on Sunday, the 25th of May. So you can meet Baba Lex, we can hang out. I'm going to do a keynote address to the 2-3 people that will be there. We'll see who's boots on the ground. But once again, it's not about us. It's about the children. Because like I told you about the generations, it's not about you and me. Unless you're going to be living 1,000 years, you guys are going to be joining me on that? You have to start cleansing now. If you want to go 500 at least, you need to cleanse now. They are there. There are beings available who are 200-300 years old now. I'm telling you. I know them. They're not on internet. Someone telling me about Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Stop it. And Lucifer means light bearer. Jesus is risen sun. It's the same thing. It's equal opposites. Sorry to burst your bubble, but we must remove the colonization. Sorry to burst your fairy tales. Ooh. Now go and cry to your pastor who's thugging your money. He's rich, you not. Go cry me a river. Now what we do is, once we decolonize the spirit, you're then able to know that you are God, which is G-O-D. Acronym for Generator, Operator, Destroyer of your own reality. By your speak, thought, speak, action. Simple. Hey, oh, wow, how, blah. Karma is your intention. You can say, yes, I'm going to do that. But your intention is, ooh, I'm going to, hit them in the back there. Oops, corruption, whoops, or whatever. Betrayal, what blah. What comes of is the energetic response to your heart. This is not a pump. It's a very powerful vortex which creates your reality. Your reality is what you are. You experience what you are. You don't manifest, let me manifest R1,000,000 rands. Us. Oh, wow. Also, money is not real. It's fake. It's paper. Stop. The only thing that gives it value is you. Like you give everything else value except yourself. Us as Africans give everything value except ourselves. But once again, that's how it's designed. The system is designed that way. They're meant to make you look cray-cray when you are becoming independent. Shout out, hashtag, hands off Ibrahim Traoré. Yay. You feel that one? Okay. So, once you begin to remove the programming of the spirit, really ask yourself the hard questions. Go into that scripture, whatever it is, the Quran, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Take your time. It's tough. It's going to hit you. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so because I was there, not as deep, but it's called ego death. Simple. A lot of things. The ego is simply the part of you which is trying to keep up the fake face. All of those faces you have. So as soon as those are not in place to what you think it should be, or what they told you you must look like, See? Know thyself. You see, because also in my book, but also I put this in one of my videos, is repetition is the father of learning. Integration is the mother of knowing. So get to know thyself. Whoops. Woo. For the people in the back, I'm sure. I don't care. What I do care about is the fact that my mind, my spirit is no more colonized. See? I now have tapped into my DNA, which is more ancient. It's got more information, more tetrabytes, more gamma bytes of information which is activated by the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. And the oldest bloodlines, the oldest genetics are here on the continent. What do you need a Jesus Christ for? That's some thousands only. We're talking aeons. We're talking aeons. We're saying, man, we're talking cosmos. We're saying, I don't think you get it. See? You see the ocean of what you know, what you think you know. That's just a fraction. Comparison to the amount of information in your DNA, in our DNA. But if you're still stuck on a 6 ether hair falling down, if you look in nature, you don't see 9 ether hair. You don't see curly hair anywhere growing up to the sun. You see hair going down here everywhere. Animals everywhere. So that must mean that other genes are mixed. Okay? So this is not to swear at anybody. It is what it is. We now need to take stock of what it is, because it's been a ploy for thousands, well, let's say hundreds of years now, to colonize us into thinking we are useless. We are nothing. We are no thing. We are in no time. But yet and still we are required for this fabric of reality to be what it is. Does that make sense? It's like they want the cake and eat it too. Shame. You see, that's not going to happen any longer, because Africa Day 2025 May is one of the pivot points. We're going to have a lot of pivot points. Okay? But number one, on the way to these pivot points, clean yourself. Start to recognize that inyama, meat, is just dead flesh. Do your own experiments. There's things on YouTubes and blah blah where they do testing the energy of foods and seeing the electromagnetic frequencies. If you take a photo scopy of apple versus a piece of steak, you don't see any lights around it, no energy field, or maybe a little bit. On the apple, woof, it's like sparks. So that means it is alive. When you eat death, you will die. That's it. That's what we're doing. We're consuming to death. It's also in my book, The Law of Human Teachings, book 1 of 3. I think I might go more than 3 because, woof. See, some of this information, like I'm saying, I received from the sun, because this is not my first time here. I've also had to deal with ancestral cleansing, which is part of the spirit and our blood. It's in our blood. You see how, even though we weren't at apartheid per se, it's still hitting us, some of us. We still feel it. When someone speaks it, we just, like, it just shakes something. You know, something just vibrate. You see? So these kind of things where we get drawn to, even when some of y'all are saying you've been called to a calling, you've got a calling. Don't follow anyone. Stop. Just follow yourself. Don't be self-destructive. Don't be a clown. That's all. If you're confused, ask. But you can do it yourself. This is part of being a leader. How you want to lead if you can't lead yourself? bums walk past. Hey, so man, we're going to Africa Day. I know, yes, and yes, and yes. Wow. I don't want that guy near me. That guy's going to get me killed. Bro, you see? That's why I've had to start moving in silence by myself. This is why the Randburg square, I'll put out more details as we move along. I'm also going to do a call to action for spoken word, poets, speakers, activists, artists of all sorts, djembe drummers, marimbas, just so that we can raise the vibration, but also be there to speak sense, not just y'all getting drunk on a Sunday. You know what I mean? So that we have an idea. I'm also going to be letting us know how we can become more independent. Okay? This is going down, which I'll speak about in the physical part. All right? So just now, before I skip the gun and shoot the guns, is that the spiritual part now is, if you've got a calling or you feel drawn to, especially Amans, you're going to be drawn to water a lot, because it's also the ones who are speaking to us is Izino, the dolphins, or the mermaids, the mer beings. Nah, those aren't fish, man. That's not fish. They're telling us about what's happening there. There's a lot of shift. And should you be able to meditate, especially around, with water, but not at water. Don't go to water, for spiritual things unless you know what you're doing. Please, I'm not advising anybody, but I'm saying when you know what you're doing with even just a cup of water, and you can focus, you can receive messages. Water plus the sun, especially if you are clean. You haven't eaten in McDonald's, or you cleanse from the system. You cannot want to channel your own ancestors, because you are your own ancestor in the flesh. This is why we tend to, those of us who get callings, we tend to exhibit traits of those who have passed. It's just the thing. It happens. But what is that? See, you don't even know. Don't be confused by it's because there's a lot of unresolved things in the spirit realm. See, there's a lot of incomplete things, and also the land is in the wrong hands, for sure. So umama's shaking. Sometimes wake up from dreams midnight, wild dream about just warrior things, or you protecting the land, or there's crazy. See, because your spirit is being galvanized, because you were here before. Especially especially if you're on this continent. Doesn't matter West Africa, East, doesn't matter. If you're from this continent, especially, man, listen, at least 80% of your DNA, at least 80%. I'm not saying if you've got a mixed here, there, blue, but at least 60 to 80 has what they say junk, or we don't know that there. Yeah, Roger, we can't read that one. That one's just just call it junk. Junk. Yeah, let's call it junk. That's what they did. Now you're not looking at junk. Who goes through the junk? Nobody. This is what they've done with everything. And they hide it at the top. So spirituality, number one, is the main colonizer of all of us. I'm not saying drop your thing. Oh, Babalek said I mustn't be a Christian. No, man. Don't be an idiot. Be emotionally intelligent. I'm saying look at what you're doing. Look at it properly. Like, look, like, okay. Who told me this? Who taught me this? Also research the Council of Nicaea. Okay? Wow. Don't mean to break your hearts, but listen, you have to grow up now, because we're really ascending. This energy has to continue. Momentum. This is why I'm saying to you, deal with yourself. This thing of, all right, guys, so what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Ibrahim Traoré, blah, 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 blah. No. Chill. There's social media. The best thing you do is those who are actually, see how you can get involved by sharing, maybe how you can replicate the post. You know, would you have a community online? Okay, is there something which is making sense that's actually making a change? Not in the system. If it's in there, it's already corrupted. Forget. It's already... Okay? So, let me check if there's any questions here before I continue, because, you know, Baba Lex can just hit a tangent and then boop. Anyway, Togaza for everyone who's joined and staying and sharing and all the likes. Thank you. I see it. But remember, I am you, you are me. Ubuntu is I am because you are. This is what we forgot. I don't know where that disappeared. I mean, I'm shooting a documentary currently with the Lighthouse Portal, known as, we're naming it, it's already named because it's a 3-part. Aloha meets Ubuntu. Wow. So, you know, I'm also bringing back Ubuntu in my own way, in a major way. Those of you who are aware of it, you're aware. And also those of you who work with me in terms of the coaching, the sessions that we do, you know how powerful it is. The growth that I've seen. Some of you used to be in a bad way. Wow. Some of you used to be, you know, even working for the colonizer themselves. Even myself used to be behind, oh, I need to do this. Nah, independence. But it takes steps. It's not overnight. But once again, we all must come together. But first, are you together? You cannot unity when you're not one yourself. Doesn't make sense. That's why you always shoot and miss. Absolutely, accountability. Thank you, the Lighthouse Portal. Sadela, I've just shared to him. Let's hope he shows up. I'm not holding my breath. But if he does, that would be cool. Because once again, the main aim of today is just to show us what I mean by decolonization of the spirit, the mind, the body, and then also the call to action for Africa Day, which is, this is part of it. Decolonizing our spirit, our mind, and our bodies, guys. Everywhere. Stop eating the colonizer shit. If you want me to be very crude and put it in your face, don't do what they do. They're gonna be like, oh, you're inciting violence. No. I'm just saying, we live and let live. Everyone else has a holiday. Everyone else is this. Everyone else first, except Africans. You see what I'm saying? Everyone first, except us. We're always last, but we have the most to give. But we're always last. Make it make sense, man. Please. Who else is in here? I'm just scrolling down, guys. Is there any questions? Yes, Adela, people definitely struggle to unlearn and relearn. That's why you take a fast. And fast doesn't mean starve. It means stop what you're doing of whatever it is. Fast from a place. Fast from alcohol, utwala. You know what I mean? You can fast from a lot. Fast from people, places, things. Oh no, that person's way too much drama. Every time I'm there, there's a problem. Fast from them. Hello? Come on. Then if you combine all of that, you fast from people, places, and things, and then you give your guts a rest, the solar plexus. Oh, Togas, now you here now. 18 Teen invites you to co-host. Oh, hell no. Man, you need to worry about Africa Day when 18 Teen. There was a guy on TikTok. Oh yes, the Lighthouse portal. That looks like it's a new feature. They won't allow me to highlight or pin the comments. It won't allow me to pin the comments either, which is very wild. So I think that they've changed the features, but nonetheless, TikTok, we appreciate love. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. There's mad comments here, guys, but a lot of you are just saying some other stuff. Okay, here we go from Sedela. Religious people don't even understand what Yeshua represents. I just went in just now, so let me stop, and then when it goes on the replay, yeah, siyabangena futhi, sure. Wow, I'm gonna chop so many from that thing. I'm gonna see if I can just post the whole thing. Usually it gives me issues. Community guidelines, blah blah blah. Yes, you know how that goes. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Okay, I'm catching up. Thank you for the gifts. Absolutely beautiful gifts, everybody. Baba Lex is absolutely appreciative loving. Togozan. We're gonna continue just now. I just want to catch up with these comments. Quick sticks. How are you guys on this Sunday? And then speaking of church, guys, the ones who are in church, I can see they disappeared. The numbers went down. Let's see. How do I swipe out of this place? Science is not even there yet with the DNA. Sedela, if you look at genetics, they are there. They're just not going to publish it. It's not mainstream. Okay, so they know this. The colonizer knows this. They know this. I'm telling you. It's rather not in their best interest to tell us what's going for what. Of course, that is all. You think they're going to give us the keys to our salvation? Nah, that is not going to happen. I mean, as much as, there might be some of them who are, good at heart. Oh, yeah, blah, blah. But bottom line is you always go back to your default mode, which is your DNA. And this is what they're counting on. If you colonize the way they are designing you to be self-destructive, then you will follow suit. The sun is not meant to hurt us at all. But depending on your state of inner environment, then you can also get it. That's the Eye of Ra right there. Yeah. Eye of Horus. A lot of religion is actually more of a witch hunt than self-betterment. Of course, it's one of the you see the octopus has arms. It's one of the arms of colonization of, we can go deeper, but yes, religion is just one of the arms. For example, and then you've got government, one of the arms. Then you've got financial systems, one of the arms, or banking. You know what I mean? Pan-Africanism uses Ubuntu too. I sit on the board. Oh, wonderful. Of course. For me, it's more about the spelling, of, like Pan-Africanism, using their spelling. I'm not against or knocking Pan-Africanism, just to go back to earlier, because people will take me wrong, but not at all. What we do, I'm not knocking at all. It's the way we spell, the way they've taught us to spell. Because the vibration remains the same, even though the intention is different. You see? So this is why I spell things different. Black Israelite. Oh, we... How you doing, brother? I'm here. Just woke from sleep and I'm getting set for a beautiful day. I will be back. Let's see. All right, man. I don't know if I'll be available over here. Okay, yes, I see you guys. Okay. You know what? Listen, at the end of the day, this would be amazing if you could jump in, because that will also just solidify a lot of how colonized, we are. Doesn't matter what level it is. Okay. So to move on, since I'm caught up with these these comments. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Okay, let's see. What does that say there? Okay. Let's continue. Mr. How you doing? Oh, Mr. How you doing? Okay, so we've covered the spiritual colonization. So it's basically just religion. I go in depth in a lot of my other teachings, a lot of my other lives. So I'm not going to tap into that here because it's a waste of time for now, right? Also, I don't want to be here forever. In terms of spiritualization, colonization of the mind, that's everything that entails a belief. In between belief, there's a lie. Okay? So, for example, your belief will determine your behavior. If you believe because you're spiritually religious and you're taught that Jesus is second coming and he's coming somewhere to save you, you will behave as such. You won't ever come out of victimhood or victim mentality. Oh, but they said he's coming, so why not? You see, for example. It blocks you from going beyond that behavior because of your belief. So the mental systems, okay? Because also the first law of the 7 laws of the Hermetic principles is mentalism. All is mind, thoughts, and emotions. But also thoughts are not ours. There's nothing new under the sun. Also, whenever you're done thinking a thought, where does it go? Boop. See? Whenever you're done thinking a thought, it goes to Akash. Where's Akash? The sun. Whenever you're done thinking a thought, it releases itself to Akash. And it joins other thought forms. But the thought didn't come from you. That's why you can just walking past somewhere, minding your own beeswax, view, thoughts come in, blah, 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 blah. What? Also depending on what's in your guts. You're eating all McD's, Burger Kings, Amagwinya, fat cakes. See? Your thoughts are very dense, dead flesh all the time. Always mukhodu. Mukhodu Mondays. Yes. You see, we have to start relaxing and seeing what is going for what with each and every one of these things. Because the mind is, that will, you see, whatever you think, especially when it says, when it comes to this gender-based violence thing, shout out to my conscious men community, okay? The abuse has to be thought of a young man or a man or whatever the case before he acts upon whatever heinous things. The thoughts have to do the thing. He doesn't just boom, let me do something. No. It has to first, what they say, ruminate. That's a bad thing. It's not the same as observing, of being aware. Ruminate means stagnance. You like stewing. You stewing. I like that one. Through the air, ether condensed to water returns to us because we are water. Indeed, Sedella. See, this thing doesn't allow me to pin comments anymore. Guys, what did I do to you, TikTok, huh? Huh? Shout out to those of you joining. Shout out to Germas and Germs Ass. Wow. Wow. Did I read that right? Anyway, so now the thought comes in, or the thoughts are available, right? Because once again, me, myself, I don't think. And that might sound counterproductive to those of you who are, what you say, thinkers. It's very counterproductive because this brain then burns out. What are you thinking for? Because when you think, it actually means you're trying to consolidate what you don't know. So you're fucking yourself by thinking. Don't at me. Just experiment yourself. It's in my book as well. Okay? It's simple. But this is what I mean, colonization of your mind. You think you think. Thoughts are thinking you. You're just available for that. I'm unavailable for thoughts, so that's why I don't think. It's almost like a silence. Unless I engage with that faculty, there's no need to think because I'm here. So when you don't believe, duality, good, bad, black, white, push, pull, you don't know. There's a lie here, belief. So when you know, you don't need to believe. You don't believe in your parents. You know them. Woo. See, this is what you do with yourself. This is why shadow work is imperative, to remove these programs. Solitude, not loneliness. If you feel lonely, you're still traumatized. Some way, shape, form, and fashion. That could be from this life all the way through your blood crystal, through your DNA, which carries way more information than Yeshua. Wow, I'm going into Yeshua today. Wow. The principle, the symbolism, yes, wonderful. The actual, as a being, you're out of your mind. Yes, Lana's Portal, of course. Well, shout out, baked goods. You see, so once we remove whatever this is that we think we know, and then we 0 point, okay? And then go back to, it entails a lot of shadow work, right? The mechanics, but just in simplifying is go back to the you before you could even think. Become an observer of you. Okay, what did we say again earlier? Lighthouse Portal. I actually want to say that because that's amazing about the. There it is. It's about active self-participation. You must participate. We must begin to participate in our own self, in our own life. Like really, does that make sense? Like as in, not just no, as in know why. Answer your whys, because remember the why faculties are switched off round about whatever age, because your whys get too explosive, they get too hectic. Why do we pay taxes, Dad? Shut up! I told you don't ask me that again. Why the fuck do we pay taxes? You see what I mean? Things like this. So we stop asking why, and that's why even idiot things that are taking place, we accept them. Huh? I know they doing it, so let's make it run. So us as Africans, we now need to know that everything is a psyop. It's a psychic operation to keep us doubting ourselves, in self-doubt. That's the mental aspect. Everything is hitting us emoyeni la. not just spirit moyeni, in the mind space. We think we're not able to. We think we need. We think we must. Oh, but only because. Oh, to start my business, I need to get a capital. I must. You see, all of that is the poor mentality. You see? And with that poor mentality, we're not able to see anything other than that bull dust. And that bull dust has been perpetuated. But also, you see, this is why I also don't blame, like I said, the Madibas and, the freedom fighters and, you know what I mean? Because when they were there, they had to cut deals. For sure. Yeah. For then, that was good. For now, what is good for now? For now, we cannot accept anything that is trying to tell us what to do. How are you trying to tell us what to do when, number one, melanin is ancient? Melanin is the cosmos. It is dark hole. It's black hole. It's creation. It's all the life and light possibilities collapsed and condensed into itself. Because if you put red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet on top of each other, boom, you have all of the color possibilities inside there. Hence, black woman, powerful. The melanated woman is the one who's most attacked. From your cosmetics, the hair, all right, Bosisi? The hair, the makeups, this eyebrow shits that y'all do, this. What's that thing, man? Stop. That thing where it's, what is that thing where it's pressing? It's baby hairs. What is that thing? Stop that thing. Because inside there, plastics, phthalates, heavy metals. Okay? Wow. Now you also, sunscreen. Guys, if you go onto YouTube or go onto wherever, but search the reverse negative image of sunscreen, or do it yourself. Put it on maybe your hand or on someone's face. Take a photo. Do the, is it the X-ray? Yeah, do the X-ray vision. It looks like blackface. Why? You guys are crazy outside there, man. And inside there, the chemicals in there that interact with the biggest organ, number one. You see, I stopped putting on even Vaseline, petroleum jelly. Petroleum, guys. They bamboozled us. Okay? Seed oils. You see, we like to hit fried foods. Onset, diabetes. Good luck. Quickly. Heart. Oh. It's in the water, young blood. This is why I said this is our case study. This is which I'm leaving us for this strong. Not this week, this strong. Until Africa Day. Watch They Clone Tyrone. Go watch that thing again closely. And then in your hood, take some notes. I'm telling you. You're going to be to your stomach. Promise you. Okay? So participating actively with ourselves needs to be a thing so that we gain our power back, meaning that it's not a physical thing. Remember, when they say Mama Afrika is rising, divine feminine is rising, that means it's the feminine energy, the energetic principle first, which is nature, Mama herself, is coming back in a major way. I mean, in Uganda, I saw a post, I'm going to add it. They discovered about 1 trillion something tons of blah blah of gold. In Uganda, shout out Uganda. Okay? Africa unite. But there's plenty where that comes from. I don't know why you guys are shook. You see? Now, this is a test as well. In certain countries, with certain quote-unquote leaders. Nope. Also, cupcake over here. Squirrel. See? He's already bought. These are bought, paid. Seen? Say less. So, because he's already deep in. He sold himself. He signed a deal then when Madiba was still available. Y'all are playing. They already they got votes with this information. You guys think you know things. What you see outside there is a game. That's why he look. How does your president look so tired? How does he look so tired and maybe sometimes drunk all the time? You know, my people. But at least he's better. You know, Zuma, other guys were just, they're always lit. I mean, if you were thugging all of your people's stuff every day, if you're letting women and children die senselessly every day, you know you sold your soul every day. You know that you're going out there talking manyala, talking shit at the corner of your neck with a smile every day. You think your spirit gonna sit nice? You think you're gonna age nicely? You think you're gonna age nice? This is what's taking place. It's being revealed. Those who are speaking one thing and they're doing another, the sun is revealing all of it. This is the leaders that we call in Africa. Let them do what they do, because all we do is be independent. Okay, and just now I'm going to tap into how we do that. It's very simple. We have to stop buying, because now we're going into the physical. We tapped into the mental. So decolonizing the physicality now, the vessel, is stop eating from those major stores, the Pick and Pays, the Woolworth, the Spars, the blah blah. Let's support the mamas, the aunties, the people with little bit land, people with skill sets. Okay, so if maybe this person is growing this in your local community, start there. Even in the township, start doing community driven things where we grow. First, we start with only food which is from the sun. We eat from the sun only. You don't need sweets like that. Trust me, there's a lot more sweeter things which are natural. Some of these fruits have been destroyed, but we can bring them back. Okay? Give yourself time with when you're utilizing this device, this crystal. Because what it does to our body and our electromagnetic field is it messes with us. Okay? This is why we have a lot of insomnia. Our creativity tends to want us to lead to drinking. Okay? We have a lot of energy naturally, rhythm naturally. So these things overexcite us. When our nervous system is overly excited constantly, what takes place is dysregulation. We're releasing hormones at the wrong time. You're meant to be doing melatonin at night. You've got a blue light, so there's no, your melanin can't switch on from the red light, which it received during the day, or the spectrum. You see, you can't, the spectrum of light, remember, melanin, darkness, all of the colors, you absorb, and then at night it boom, that's why you're able to dream. DMT, dimethyltryptamine, is the spirit molecule. It's what you release upon death, upon an out-of-body experience, upon where you meditating, or you go into a deep yoga, or whatever the case, cold therapy, or breath, and then you see colors, kaleidoscopes, and also you maybe clairvoyance, you see maybe some things, maybe your eyes are open, this is a molecule within us. It's moving down the spine. Cerebrospinal fluid is the conduit. It's the fluid which is in the spine, in between there. Okay, so we can start to consciously, with our breath, and also by the way we eat, by the way we speak, by the way we feel, by the way we think, by our rhythm. When you bring yourself back into rhythm, you get healthy. Your melanin now will naturally, black don't crack, right? But why are you looking so old, man? So now I'm joking. You see now, my studio light switched off. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, but it's probably my ancestors saying, come on, man. But what I'm saying is we are able to affect our everything by first affecting ourself and ourselves first. Okay? So this is some of the ways and methods for us to begin to, number one, not only decolonize our spirit, mind, and body. But also start to embody what it means to be an African. Not just on Africa Day, the 25th of May, right? But every day. What does it mean to be an African? Guys, this is the final question I'm going to leave us with. Okay? What does it really mean to be African? Also, research all of the information. There's a nice young man, 21, 22 years old, Pete something or Creek, blah, blah. I followed him. I gave him a follow. He's speaking the truth about colonization, and he's a Caucasoid. Mhlampe he's a Afrikaner. I'm sure he's Afrikaans boy even, but he's doing the thing. Shout out to you, brother. He's giving the real information. Okay, because once again, South Africa. Just to let you know, those my Africans that are also joining, South Africa is a pivot point, or sub-Saharan Africa. The map is backwards. Okay, so we're not the bottom. Just to, if you wanna left, right, but it's backwards. Okay, it's inverted, it's backwards, it's up, down. It's not what they say it is. I'm not saying it's upside down. I'm not saying it, but it's not what it is. Okay, it's for supremacy. It's to show dominance. Okay, it's also to mentally keep you at the bottom. But once again, if you know, you know. If you know about, there's a place called Inzalo Yelanga, which the colonizers named it Adam's calendar. Okay, it's not one of them. It's the oldest stone ruins. They predate Stonehenge, even the pyramids of Egypt. Remember, there was also a time before time. So this is in time still. But then there's a time before time, which some of us were there. Maybe not in this form, but we were there. Okay, so all of this information, start to read up, check my page. There's a few of in my favorites. Check the playlists, start to educate yourself. But in closing, what I want to say is those of us who are in Johannesburg, I'm going to be putting up more information as the strong goes on. Remember, I don't call it a weekday, because in the weekdays it leaves you dazed. So in this strong, I'll be leaving information, call to action for all of the spoken word artists who are in and around Johannesburg, who want to meet me, Baba Lex, and also just, galvanize for Africa Day on the back of this beautiful energy from the 30th of April, okay? Across the continent, we can do this. Wherever you are, in your local city center, your community, speak independence. Speak to the people who are growers, the farmers. Speak to the guys who are carpenters. Speak to the people who are electricians. Speak to the guys who know solar power. Speak to the guys who are hands-on. Speak to the ladies who are hands-on with the other stuff, agriculture, the knitting, the creating of bowls, utilizing calabashes. Let's start to now, you see what I mean? Once we begin to see that, why was I even stressed? It's going to galvanize a lot more. Also, let's start to protect our children more. Let's start to look for our children more. All right? This is not just a one-day thing. This is how we must begin to move. This is just a simply day that we're illuminating. All right? It's a day where we can actually do a mass thing. But once again, I'm not holding my breath. I do have faith though, but not just faith. I know what I'm capable of. So energetically, the intention is there. Okay? And what we can also do is meet in Randburg City Center, the center, Randburg Center, CBD. I'm not too sure where exactly. Like I said, I'll put it out there. But I'll have a speaker with maybe a stage or something. There's a lot of nice areas there. Some of the gents I know there. And we're going to meet perhaps in the morning, in the AM, rising, maybe around 10, 11, and then run till about 2, 3, not late. And then just, speak some things, get some poets, get some spoken word artists, see what people are doing as in activism. Also those who, justice for Twetwe, okay, justice for the women and children. Whatever it is that is of an African nature that has consciousness. We got the guys who are artists, okay, djembe drummers. We can just in the background, nice and easy, networking the youth as opposed to just getting sloppy drunk. Let's start to network. Let's start to build, because we also have social media where we can be live. We can connect. Those influencers that are in Johannesburg, please, man, do something. Like, you all good for Amstel, you all good for Uchwala, you good for this LGBT rubbish that is confusing our children. Be what you are, that's fine. But, okay, right, let's focus. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, I'm sending you my love. I know you feel my energy. I know you feel Baba Lex has been. I've been out here, man. I've been on the streets, dog. I was nowhere, but guess what? I'm now here. Okay? It's a thing. I had to put it on myself because I'm now seeing a lot of things. But I'm also seeing that we're building. You guys are building. But number one, build yourself. Build the body. Then build the mind. And then take care of the spirit. Spirit also simply means breath, to spiral, right? Respire, spirar, spiral. The heart is not a pump. The heart is a vortex, right? It is your electromagnetic field creator. It's bigger than the pineal, goes out further, right? In terms of radius, all right? This is where our heart lies. This is where the energy lies. And also this gland, the thymus gland, is what matures the T lymphocyte cells. Okay? This is for immunity. So those of you who are aware, you can die from a broken heart. Right? So take care of yourself, take care of your cells, and each other. All right? We're Africans at the end of the day. And the 25th of May is Africa Day. I'm excited. I'll be in Randburg once again. All of the information will be out there, will be coming out. Please do share this live. I'm going to do my best to put on a replay here on TikTok. TikTok, thank you for having us. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And also, we're galvanized. Hashtag hands off Traoré. Hashtag hands off Burkina Faso. Hashtag hands off Africa. Hashtag leave Africa alone. Once again, I do go by Baba Lex. I am the founder of the Conscious Men community and also the author of The Law of Achievement Teachings, book series, book 1. Pre-order link is in my bio. Please do me a favor, guys, for the rest of this Sunday and the rest of this strong. Until Africa Day, remain blissful. Stay liquid.